Chapter 075 Blood-Colored Nectar. Asterisk bang. 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 Asterisk. These huge heart-shaped cocoons throbbed powerfully, each strong and full, brimming with strands of unfathomable power. The metamorphosis of a flying Xianxia into an Azura was no trivial matter, it was a qualitative leap. Fang Han had read all realms and knew full well how difficult this transformation was, how much accumulation of power it required. Though it was not as arduous as advancing from the mortal flesh realm to the supernatural power secret realm, it came close. Now that Fang Han had the chance to witness this transformation with his own eyes, he stared intently, afraid to miss even the tiniest detail. Perhaps he could catch a glimpse of the signs of mortal flesh evolution from this process, and lay a solid foundation for his own future advance into the supernatural power secret realm. Earth Demon Azura, Xianxia King. Heavenly Demon Biluo, great pills lend power. Yan's cold voice carried no trace of emotion. Hundreds of Biluo great pills rose from the Huangquan River, every 35 pills arranged into a formation, like stars in the sky, magnificent and exquisite. Under Yan's spiritual power, these great pills began to rotate, melting into streams of energy that converged into one mass. They suddenly took shape into a head that was neither fully human nor fully demonic, along with a string of runes, which swiftly fused into the great cocoons. Thump, thump, thump. Thump, thump, thump. The writhing of the cocoons immediately sped up tenfold. It sounded like war drums beating in unison before a battle, where bloody slaughter was about to break out, and the atmosphere tightened sharply. Fang Han's own heart actually began to beat in sync with the cocoons, as if he were the one about to undergo transformation. 10 swords melt as one. The core of the spirit formation, unchanged in its original unity, golden chi flows as a stream. Dissolve. Yin chanted more arcane verses and incantations. His voice rippled with spiritual power, surging out and striking straight at the 10 hanging flying swords. Asterisk buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Asterisk the swords emitted intense vibrations, then their golden iron material actually began to melt, turning into flowing liquid molten metal of the 5 alloys. Yet at the very center of each pool of molten metal, a small seed-like mass was wrapped inside. These masses were the core formation at the heart of the spirit tools, the very foundation of each spirit sword. Yan's spiritual power could melt the iron of the swords, but it could not alter the core formation, but that was more than enough. By embedding the formations into the Azura's bone spurs, the power and killing force of the 10 Azuras would surge dramatically. There. The Azuras are about to break out of their cocoons. No sooner had Yin finished melting the swords than the cocoons began to crack. The sound of crack echoed non-stop, then one tall demonic shadow after another emerged from within. Their bodies were covered in hard scales, but their heads belonged to handsome men and beautiful women, truly a devil's body, an immortal's face. Especially the bone spur standing erect behind each of them, looking ferocious beyond compared. What's more, as the cocoon split, waves of blood-colored mist drifted through the air, yet it carried no stench of blood. Instead, it gave off a faint, pleasant fragrance. When Azuras break their cocoons and complete their power transformation, this blood mist is called blood-colored nectar. It is extremely rare. Fang Han, what are you waiting for? Why not inhale it into your body right now? Fang Han had already been ready for this. He drew a sharp breath, his chest hollowing out like a giant whale sucking in water, and greedily absorbed the blood mist drifting all around him. This blood mist, called blood-colored nectar, was far more pure than blood pills. It was the leftover natal essence released when a flying Xianxia transforms into an Azura, the holy blood of demons. When absorbed by a cultivator, it makes one's skin and bones tougher, imbuing them with the heavy solidness of the earth that earth demons possess. As soon as Fang Han inhaled the nectar and swallowed it, he felt it was gel-like, spreading instantly to every corner of his body. Between every bone in his body, a new layer of connection, a stronger resilience, suddenly formed. Especially the large sinews across his body, they were wrapped in countless layers of this blood-colored gel, making them far harder to tear or strain. Fang Han felt his entire body had turned into a piece of stretched ox tendon. Even if his body was pulled long, it would not snap. No ordinary human, no matter how much they cultivated, could ever achieve this level of flexibility and stretch. Right now, with just my raw strength, I can definitely take down Xianxia directly, leave his life and death in my hands. But he is the third-ranked disciple on the mountain and river list. He must have some secret tricks up his sleeve, probably has several spirit tools. If he has something like the serious smoke, I cannot underestimate him. Feeling the obvious change in his body, Fang Han was very satisfied. This is the perfect moment. Yin paid no mind to Fang Han absorbing the blood-colored nectar. He had seized the exact moment the Azurers broke out of their cocoons, and the melted flying swords immediately surged forward, turning into masses of golden chi that wrapped the 10 Azurers completely. The Azurers let out painful wails one after another. Just as Fang Han finished absorbing all the blood-colored nectar, he watched as after their wailing, the Azurers spread their wings one by one and hovered in the space of the Huangquan map, transformed. They were no longer pitch black. Instead, their bodies carried a metallic luster and texture, seeming tougher and almost indestructible. What was even more impressive was that their bone spurs had changed shape. Some resembled swords, some snakes, some blades, glinting with sharp crystalline light, ready to fly out and injure a person at any moment. And on their heads, they now had a metallic helmet forged from the condensed gold of the 10 flying swords, which gave their heads the best protection. It worked. I have finally refined them into demon sword puppets. From now on, even a flying sword can hardly pierce through their scales. Their heads are no longer a weakness. I have already fused the spirit formations of the 10 swords into their bone spurs, so they can shoot their spurs out like flying swords. They are fully twice as powerful as a true Azura. Even if a master at the first or second level of the supernatural power secret realm meets you and is caught off guard, they will end up dead. Yin looked at his handiwork with pride, admiring it over and over, as if he had completed a series of exquisite works of art. How do I command them? Same as before. Refine them with a drop of your blood, feed them your essence blood. That way they will awaken their consciousness, connect to your mind, become your right and left arms, and you can command them as nimbly as your own arms. Once you cultivate into the supernatural power secret realm, you can refine them further, let them evolve into great Azuras, then refine them into external avatars, a second body. These demon sword puppets can even become your separate clones. If your physical body is killed, your consciousness can reincarnate into them. That gives you 10 extra lives. This is our demon sex art of substituting a peach for a plum, borrowing form to house the soul. But that is far off for now. Yin revealed this profound demon sect art to Fang Han. These are all external things. No matter how powerful a magic treasure is, it still relies on one's own cultivation to wield. I will go rest for 6 hours, then after that, you can boil me in the alchemy cauldron again. After looking at the puppets for a moment, Fang Han did not seem to care much. After dripping his blood to refine and attune them, he did not even test their power. Instead, he stepped out of the Huangquan map and sat in meditation in front of the alchemy cauldron. And so the days passed one by one.